there, Mother's Day and Father's Day is coming up soon, and I wanted to share some craft kit ideas with you guys that you could do with your kiddos, so stay tuned. Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. It's Lydia, thanks for joining me. A couple of you have mentioned that you wanted to see more craft kit videos, and it's also Mother's Day and Father's Day that's coming up. So I wanted to combine the two and give you a couple ideas. I have two different craft kit ideas for you. Both could be for mom or dad, and it's pretty easy for all ages to do. So let's dive in. So this first one is pretty easy. It's a frame that has a little note in the middle of it, and the frame is decorated. So for the kit, this is what it would look like. I have in here, I'll go ahead and show you. I have two different color pieces of construction paper. That way they can choose what color the heart is on the inside. I have sequences. I have popsicle sticks, a marker, and some twine. I have two pieces of twine. I like to make sure I have a craft for at least two kids. Doesn't matter if I'm going to a house that with just one child. I always make sure I have enough supplies for making two crafts of the same thing. And then on the outside of the bag, I have written what I need to grab outside of this baggie. So for this one, I need glue and scissors as well to put in my bag when I go, because glue and scissors I use often, and I don't want to keep it in this bag all the time. So on the bag is written what else I need to grab outside of this baggie. But that is what's inside the baggie. I have colored popsicle sticks, and I just glued sequences on. But what you can do is also get plain popsicle sticks and have them either color it, paint it, design it in any which way they want. So you could also do plain if you don't have colored popsicle sticks. You'll need 4 to create the frame. Of course, you'll need glue to glue on the sequences or whatever they're going to put on there. You could put beads, you could put tissue paper. There's a lot of things that you can decorate the frame with. And then you have the construction paper that I cut out into a heart with a little note on it. You could write anything, whether it be Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, I love you to the moon and back, you make my heart happy, whatever you want to say, whatever the kids want to say, you could put on this little heart. And then the twine so that they can hang the frame wherever they want to, whether it be in the windowsill or anywhere really. So I glued the twine onto the frame and then also onto the little note. So that is the first craft kit. I also threw a marker in there to write on the note. Again, they can write it, you can write it. There's a lot you can do with this one. But that's the gist of it. The reason I put craft kits together is making sure that I have something last minute. If I get called for a last minute gig, I have something that I can pull out of my box and basically have ready. So the craft kits, I usually make 2 or 3 different bags or versions of a craft or a different kind of craft. And then I make sure that each bag has enough to do 2 crafts of the same version. So I have enough in this bag to create 2 different of these crafts. So that way that if usually most of my families have 2 kids, but if they have more than 2, so say they have 4 kids, I will just grab 2 of these baggies. That way I have 4, or if they have 3 kids, I'll grab 2 of these baggies. So each bag is made up for 2 crafts, but you can make as many bags as you want to keep on hand. So that was my first bag, and then again I put what I need to grab outside of this on the label so I can just grab it and go, and I don't have to think about, okay, what was this craft, what do I need, and I haven't forgotten anything. So glue and scissors, I grabbed that, I grabbed the bag, and I'm ready to go and create 2 of those crafts. Okay, moving on to the next one are picture holders. So I have 2 different versions. of a picture holder, I have a rock, and I have a wine cork. This is a picture. We've been recently going through all the pictures of my grandmother since she's passed, and this is a picture of her when she was younger, so I just put that on there. But they can, again, this is very free range, I guess you'd say. They can decorate the base however they want. They can choose whether they want a wine cork or a rock. So I will actually get out. So obviously I have rocks, and I have a wine cork, and I make sure I have a couple different rocks in there so they can choose what kind of base they want or what the base will look like. And I have beads and wire. Now this is not going to be enough to create 2 of these. I did run out of wire, so I do need to restock. And then on the bag I have written that I need paint and brushes, so that they can paint the bottom and paint the cork. Or you could grab, what I like to grab is the marker paints. So those are a lot easier to carry around than the big old thing of paint that I have. And then I need the needle nose pliers to manipulate the wire. So that's what's on the bag. And then these paints, I'll show you. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check these out, but they're pretty, they're pretty cool. So you just shake them a little bit, and then you go ahead and draw, and it paints on there. These are paint markers, so they do need to dry once you do your design on it. But I do suggest, if you have younger kids, to go ahead and just paint the rock one solid color anyways, or just bring paint for them to color the whole rock if you know that's what they're going to want to do. These are more for like design. They're really cool paint markers. They do well if you're trying to get a specific design, or if you're doing other projects where it's detailed. I really, really like these. If you know kids are going to paint the whole rock, either paint it before you go so you have a bunch of painted rocks that they can choose a color from, or bring paint and let them paint the whole rock and go in with detail later. So that is the paint markers that I will grab outside of what is already in this bag. The beads I like to put on the wire. Now you can make this wire as tall as you want. You can put a little zigzag in the wire. You can just put different designs in the wire. You will need to do that yourself. You probably won't have the kids do that, just because it is a little harder to manipulate the wire, but it'll turn out to be a pretty cool picture frame. So here's the little cork that I painted as well. Again, I painted the whole cork. You can paint them different colors and bring them, and then they can go in again with the marker and do some design. So that is the second craft kit that I would put together and use for Mother's Day or Father's Day. Again, this can be for either or, and they can put sayings on the rock, Happy Father's Day, you rock. I put a little you rock on there for a little pun. But yeah, you just put the little picture in, and they can obviously choose what picture they want in there. They can either put a picture of them and the kids, or just the kids, or whatever they want, but it's a little picture holder. Again, I can't stress how much these craft kits, if you put them together ahead of time, will help save you time and will help you plan ahead and not be so flustered when you get that last minute call to come work a job. So I really suggest putting them together. I did another craft kit video. I'll put that down in the description below, so you can go check out that video. And if you liked this one, please give it a big thumbs up, and maybe I can do a couple more of these in the future. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.